Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a Hollywood legend? To break free from the chains of obscurity and claim your place as one of the most influential and highest-paid stars in the world? Scarlett Johansson's journey is more than just fame. It's a battle of identity, a fight against expectations, and a personal transformation that few could ever imagine. But behind the allure and the accolades lies a darker, more complex story. Born into a family of artists, Scarlett's destiny seemed preordained. But nothing about her rise to stardom was simple or easy. From the outside, it might seem like she had it all: unbelievable beauty, unparalleled talent, and a string of blockbuster films that earned her a place among the greats. Yet beneath the surface, Scarlett was battling her own demons, struggling with the weight of being constantly seen as a sex symbol in an industry that thrives on such labels. She fought to be recognized for her depth as an actress, not just her outward appearance. In the glitzy world of Hollywood, she was no stranger to isolation. As a young girl, Scarlett's name was already being whispered in casting rooms. But she wasn't just fighting for roles. She was fighting against the world that was ready to typecast her before she could even step into the shoes of the characters she truly wanted to play. Was she the next big thing, or just another pretty face? That question echoed in her mind, and in the minds of critics and fans alike. But Scarlett didn't let that silence define her. She worked tirelessly to build a career that would stand the test of time. Lost in Translation, The Horse Whisperer, Avengers, and of course the iconic Black Widow, each role a stepping stone in her quest for more. But with each success came an internal struggle, a haunting question. Was she truly being seen for who she was, or only for the roles she played? It's not just the roles that defined her. It's the constant self-exploration and the fight to prove that she was more than what Hollywood wanted her to be. The journey wasn't smooth. Every role, every performance was a battle to be acknowledged as a multifaceted artist in a world that often wanted to reduce her to one thing: her looks. In a career that spanned decades, Scarlett Johansson not only became one of the highest-grossing actresses of all time, but she also became the symbol of resilience. But the question remains, what was the price of this fame? What did it cost her to reach the heights of success while wrestling with her own sense of identity? Her story is not just one of fame, it is one of loneliness, of self-doubt, and of the strength it took to rise above it all. It's a reminder that even the brightest stars have shadows lurking behind them. And as we step deeper into her journey, the mystery of Scarlett Johansson's life only grows darker, more compelling. The question is, will you dare to follow it to the end? The early days, from a dreaming girl. Born on November 22nd, 1984, Scarlett Ingrid Johansson came into the world surrounded by creativity and a deep-rooted love for the arts. Raised in the vibrant heart of New York City, her life was shaped by the cultural dynamism that pulses through its streets. Her father, Carsten Olaf Johansson, was an architect, originally from Copenhagen, Denmark, while her mother, Melanie Sloan, worked as a producer. Scarlett's heritage was steeped in the arts. Her paternal grandfather, Einar Johansson, was an art historian and a film director. This was the environment that fostered Scarlett's early passion for the stage and the screen. From the beginning, Scarlett was destined for the limelight. However, what many didn't see was the quiet struggle behind the scenes, the moments of doubt that would come to define her early journey. Unlike many children of famous families who might be pushed into the spotlight from day one, Scarlett's path was anything but smooth. Her first taste of performance came at the age of 6, when she appeared in an off-Broadway play called Sophistry, a role she shared with the seasoned actor Ethan Hawke. It was a small part, only 2 lines, but it ignited something inside her, a hunger for more. Scarlett's ambition wasn't born out of mere novelty. It was a calling, But the road wasn't as glamorous as it appeared. Like many aspiring actors, she faced the harsh realities of rejection, competing with hundreds of other hopefuls, each with their own dreams and ambitions. At just 9 years old, Scarlett made her debut on the big screen, but it was far from the golden ticket one might expect. She landed a small role in North, 1994, a fantasy comedy that, while it marked her entry into Hollywood, didn't exactly propel her to fame. The film, starring Elijah Wood, was criticized for its awkward premise and received a lackluster response at the box office. For Scarlett, it was more of a learning experience than a breakthrough. The true challenge, however, came after. In her early years, Scarlett worked relentlessly to build her name, but the parts were not coming as easily as one might expect for a child star in New York. She appeared in minor roles in several films, including Just Cause, 1995, and If, Lucy Fell, 1996. But these were hardly the roles that would catapult her into stardom. Critics barely noticed her, and audiences didn't seem to care. At this stage in her career, Scarlett Johansson was just another unknown child actor fighting for a break. But Scarlett didn't give up. In fact, it was the opposite. Each rejection only pushed her harder. During this time, her family played a crucial role in supporting her dream. Scarlett's parents were unwavering in their belief in her abilities, and their support was vital in helping her navigate the tough world of acting. Her mother, Melanie, encouraged her to continue pursuing the craft, even when the industry seemed indifferent to her efforts. While many young actors may have faltered under the weight of rejection, Scarlett had a solid foundation at home that kept her grounded and focused. Scarlett's breakthrough moment came with the film Manny and Lo, 1996, where she played the role of Amanda, the younger sister of a pregnant teenager who runs away from her foster home. It was a small, independent film, but Scarlett's performance was lauded for its maturity and emotional depth, especially considering her young age. In fact, one critic described her performance as charming, while another remarked on her peaceful aura, hinting at the potential she had to grow into a powerful force in Hollywood. It was in this film that Scarlett first revealed the quiet strength that would come to define her as an actress. She wasn't the type to seek attention with exaggerated gestures or over-the-top performances. Instead, Scarlett had a natural ability to convey complex emotions with subtlety, making her an actress worth watching. But it wasn't just the film industry that saw her potential. Scarlett also received support from her peers. As she began to grow older, she found herself surrounded by experienced professionals who respected her talent. She quickly began to develop the reputation of a young actor with incredible range, and the opportunities started to come in, though not immediately. In those early years, it wasn't just about acting. Scarlett was also finding herself as a person, learning what it meant to be in the public eye, navigating the complexities of fame and family. There were moments of doubt and loneliness, times when she questioned whether she could keep up with the pace of a career that demanded so much from her at such a young age. But every challenge, every rejection, pushed her forward. Through it all, Scarlett's family remained a cornerstone of support. Her parents ensured that she stayed connected to the real world, keeping her grounded in her values. They made sure that the pressures of Hollywood didn't swallow her whole. Scarlett's connection with her twin brother, Hunter, and her other siblings also played a key role in helping her retain her sense of self. Their presence kept her rooted in reality, and it was their unwavering support that helped her push through the tough times. As Scarlett continued to audition for bigger and better roles, she wasn't just chasing fame, she was building a career, crafting a legacy. The journey from a child actor in New York to a globally recognized star wasn't instantaneous, nor was it easy. But Scarlett Johansson had something that couldn't be taught, an undeniable resilience that would drive her through the years of struggle that lay ahead. Her story was just beginning, and the world was about to see what she was truly capable of. In the years to come, Scarlett would face even greater challenges. But it was in those early, humble days that the foundation for her legendary career was laid. She wasn't just an actress, she was a force to be reckoned with, and every step of her journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, passion, and family. Turning point in her career, from a young girl to a star. Scarlett Johansson's path to stardom wasn't a smooth or instant rise. Rather, it was a journey that unfolded with each passing role, each audition, and each struggle. After making her debut in North, 1994, the young actress found herself fighting against the tide of Hollywood's ever-changing demands. Though the film wasn't a critical or commercial success, it marked the first step in Scarlett's long, arduous climb up the ladder of stardom. At the time, no one could have predicted that this child actress, playing a small role in a quirky comedy, would one day become one of Hollywood's most respected talents. But Scarlett's early years weren't defined by the fame of North. Instead, they were characterized by a series of smaller, often overlooked roles that served as the foundation for her future success. In Manny and Lowe, 1996, she played Amanda, a teenager on the run with her pregnant sister. The film, although a modest independent release, showcased Scarlett's ability to play complex characters with emotional depth. It was her first true opportunity to shine, and critics took notice of her natural talent. They praised her performance for its subtlety and maturity, noting that despite her young age, Scarlett possessed an uncommon ability to portray vulnerability and strength with ease. Despite the promising reviews, Hollywood was not quick to reward her. Scarlett's next few years saw her take on roles in films like The Horse Whisperer, 1998, where she played Grace, a traumatized teen whose life is changed by a horse trainer, played by Robert Redford. This was one of the first films in which Scarlett had the chance to work with major stars, and the experience was pivotal in her development as an actress. The film's success was a testament to Scarlett's growing ability to hold her own against veteran actors like Redford, and her performance was praised for its emotional intensity. But still, she remained a rising star rather than a household name. She was often cast in supporting roles, leaving her on the periphery of Hollywood's spotlight. It wasn't until Lost in Translation, 2003, that Scarlett would begin to fully step into her power as an actress, marking a significant turning point in her career. In Lost in Translation, Scarlett took on the role of Charlotte, a young woman, adrift in Tokyo, disconnected from her life and herself. The film, directed by Sofia Coppola, struck a chord with audiences for its poignant portrayal of loneliness and self-discovery. Scarlett's performance was transformative. She wasn't just the beautiful young actress, she was a complex, nuanced character with depth, confusion, and a rawness that resonated deeply with viewers. Critics were astonished by her maturity in playing a character so emotionally layered, especially at such a young age. The film garnered widespread acclaim, and Scarlett's portrayal earned her the BAFTA Award for Best Actress, a significant recognition that elevated her from a promising young star to an actress of considerable skill and acclaim. But Lost in Translation wasn't the only breakthrough for Scarlett in 2003. That same year, she starred in Girl with a Pearl Earring, playing the role of Griet, a young servant who becomes the muse for the renowned Dutch painter Johannes Vermeer. The film, based on Tracy Chevalier's novel, was another step in Scarlett's evolution as an actress. In it, she played a character bound by social constraints, yet capable of immense internal depth. As Griet, Scarlett once again proved her versatility, capturing the vulnerability, strength, and quiet intensity of her character in a way that few could have imagined at the time. With Lost in Translation and Girl with a Pearl Earring, both. Released in the same year, Scarlett was now a bona fide talent in Hollywood. But it wasn't just her acting chops that were beginning to shine. It was her ability to choose roles that showcased a broad range of emotions and characters, and her unrelenting drive to do more than simply be cast in roles based on her looks. As she moved into the next phase of her career, Scarlett's roles began to reflect her ambition. In 2004, she starred alongside John Travolta in A Love Song for Bobby Long, playing a troubled young woman who finds herself entangled with two much older men. The film was not a commercial hit, but Scarlett's performance once again showed her ability to bring gravitas to characters who were deeply conflicted. Even in a film that received mixed reviews, Scarlett's presence was undeniable. Her performance was emotionally charged, demonstrating the level of maturity she had achieved in a relatively short period. Each of these roles, from Manny and Lowe to The Horse Whisperer to Lost in Translation, Girl with a Pearl Earring, and A Love Song for Bobby Long, served to shape Scarlett into the actress she was becoming. Someone with the depth, resilience, and presence to tackle complex characters in a world that often favored style over substance. These years marked her transition from a child star into an adult actress, from someone who was often typecast as the pretty face in a film to someone who could command the screen with her talent alone. Yet, even as she was gaining recognition for her craft, Scarlett was still navigating the rocky terrain of Hollywood. The transition from a young girl in Manny and Lowe to an adult in Lost in Translation wasn't just a shift in roles, it was a shift in identity. She had to fight against the typecasting that threatened to keep her in the realm of romantic leads and minor characters. Every role she took on after Lost in Translation was a deliberate attempt to prove she was more than just her looks. She was an artist, a talent that could take on characters of substance, complexity, and emotional weight. By 2004, Scarlett Johansson wasn't just a rising star. She had fully established herself as one of Hollywood's most exciting talents. The world was finally seeing what she had always known, that she was more than a pretty face. She was a force to be reckoned with, breakthrough roles and recognition. As Scarlett Johansson continued to solidify her place in Hollywood, she was about to embark on a new chapter that would redefine her career in ways no one could have predicted. After several years of critical acclaim for her performances in films like Lost in Translation and Girl with a Pearl Earring, Scarlett's path took a dramatic turn when she entered the world of superheroes, a universe that would not only challenge her as an actress, but also elevate her into an entirely new stratosphere of fame and recognition. The journey to becoming Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, wasn't an easy one. In fact, it came with its own set of doubts and challenges. Scarlett had already established herself as a serious actress, known for her nuanced, grounded performances. Yet the world of superheroes and big-budget action films represented a completely different arena. She was entering a space where actors often struggle to maintain their artistic integrity amidst explosions, CGI, and endless action scenes. What attracted Scarlett to the role of Black Widow, though, wasn't the flashy costume or the promise of fame, but the depth of the character itself. Natasha Romanoff, or Black Widow, wasn't just another superhero. She was complex, haunted by her past, and capable of incredible feats of strength both physically and emotionally. Scarlett saw the opportunity to play a character who wasn't defined by her superpowers, but by her internal struggles. Natasha was a former assassin grappling with guilt, redemption, and a search for belonging, making her an ideal fit for Scarlett's talent. In preparation for the role, Scarlett underwent intense physical training. She spent months working on her fitness, learning various forms of combat, and perfecting her stunts. This was a significant departure from her usual style of acting, which had focused on emotional depth and subtlety. For Black Widow, she had to blend both physical prowess and psychological complexity, creating a character who could hold her own in battle while carrying the weight of a complicated backstory. Her first appearance as Black Widow came in Iron Man 2010, a film that was part of the ever-expanding MCU. While her role was initially small, Scarlett made an immediate impact with her portrayal of the tough, enigmatic spy. Her presence in the film was magnetic, her performance confident and sharp. Scarlett didn't just play a supporting role, she made Black Widow a character to remember, laying the groundwork for her larger role in the MCU. By the time The Avengers 2012 was released, Scarlett's portrayal of Black Widow had become iconic. The film, which brought together several Marvel superheroes, was a massive success both critically and commercially. Black Widow's character arc, which involved a complex mix of loyalty, inner conflict, and fierce strength, resonated with audiences. Scarlett was no longer just a part of the ensemble cast. She had carved out a significant place for herself in a male-dominated world of superheroes. Her character was one of the emotional anchors of The Avengers, offering a depth that balanced out the action-heavy sequences. As the MCU continued to unfold, Scarlett's involvement with Black Widow deepened. She reprised her role in several other Marvel films, including Avengers, Age of Ultron, 2015, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, 2014, Avengers, Infinity War, 2018, and Avengers, Endgame, 2019, each time adding layers to Natasha's character. Scarlett's portrayal of Black Widow evolved over time, from a mysterious and conflicted agent to a fully realized, powerful leader within the Avengers team. The character became a symbol of strength, intelligence, and resilience, resonating deeply with fans, especially women, who were excited to see a female superhero with such complexity and depth. For Scarlett, this evolution of Black Widow was a unique opportunity. She was able to take a character who could have easily been relegated to a supporting role and turn her into a central figure in the MCU. It was a testament to Scarlett's commitment to the role, as well as her ability to balance the demands of blockbuster filmmaking with her desire to portray a character who felt authentic and multidimensional. But it wasn't just about the role itself. Scarlett's involvement with the MCU brought her immense success, both professionally and financially. As the Avengers films broke box office records, Scarlett found herself among the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. She had become one of the most successful actresses in the history of the film industry, thanks in large part to her role as Black Widow. The character, who started as a sidekick in Iron Man 2 films, had grown into one of the most beloved superheroes in the Marvel franchise, and Scarlett's portrayal was a significant part of that success. The sensation of becoming one of the highest-grossing actresses in history was surreal for Scarlett. It wasn't just about the numbers, though. It was about how far she had come. From the young actress in North to the woman who would bring one of the most iconic superheroes to life on the big screen, Scarlett had proven that she could take on any role, no matter how different from what she had done before, and bring her unique touch to it. Being part of the MCU also opened doors for Scarlett in other ways. It allowed her to be part of one of the most successful film franchises of all time, and it provided her with the platform to tackle more diverse and ambitious projects. From voice work in Her, 2013, to dramatic roles in Marriage Story, 2019, Scarlett had the freedom to choose projects that challenged her in new ways. Yet it was the role of Black Widow that would remain forever intertwined with her legacy in Hollywood, as Black Widow's story arc came to an end in Avengers Endgame. 2019, Scarlett's journey with the character reached its emotional peak. The film marked the culmination of over a decade of work, and her final scenes brought both closure and heartache. Scarlett had not only portrayed a superhero, she had helped to define a generation of fans who saw in Black Widow a character who wasn't perfect, but who was strong, vulnerable, and deeply human. With the release of Black Widow 2021, Scarlett Johansson's involvement with the character came full circle. The solo film, which explored Natasha's past, allowed fans to finally see the full scope of the character's journey. But beyond the film itself, Scarlett's time as Black Widow solidified her place in cinematic history as one of the most influential and respected actresses of her generation. And as she looks to the future, one thing is certain: Scarlett Johansson's legacy, both as an actress and as Black Widow, will be remembered for years to come. Artistic achievements and Oscar nominations. 2019 was a year of profound transformation for Scarlett Johansson. After more than 2 decades of steadily building her reputation as one of Hollywood's most talented and versatile actresses, she reached new heights with 2 performances that would etch her name in cinematic history. That year, Scarlett received 2 Academy Award nominations: Best Actress for Marriage Story and Best Supporting Actress for Jojo Rabbit. This remarkable feat made her one of the rare actors to be nominated for 2 Oscars in the same year, further solidifying her position as one of the most respected actresses of her generation. The role of Nicole in Marriage Story 2019, directed by Noah Baumbach, marked a significant departure for Scarlett. Unlike the action-packed blockbuster roles that had previously defined her career, Nicole was a woman caught in the painful, emotional whirlwind of a divorce. In Marriage Story, Scarlett was tasked with portraying the complexity of a character who, despite her frustration with her marriage, still retained vulnerability and humanity. The film is an intimate exploration of the disintegration of a relationship, and Scarlett's performance was a revelation. With raw emotion and subtlety, she depicted a woman on the edge, feeling both empowered and defeated as she navigated the dissolution of her marriage to Charlie, played by Adam Driver. Scarlett's portrayal of Nicole was not only a technical triumph, but an emotional one as well. The film's most powerful moments come from the quiet, devastating exchanges between Nicole and Charlie, where Scarlett's ability to convey sorrow, anger, and tenderness all at once is nothing short of mesmerizing. This performance was a true test of her range, requiring her to tap into deep reserves of personal vulnerability while maintaining a firm grasp on the character's emotional trajectory. In Jojo Rabbit 2019, directed by Taika Waititi, Scarlett took on an entirely different role as Rosie, the spirited and loving mother of young Jojo, a boy caught in the delirium of Nazi youth propaganda. While Jojo Rabbit was a satire on the absurdities of war, Scarlett brought heart to the film, offering a tender portrayal of a mother who fiercely protects her son, even as she defies the regime under which they live. Though the film's tone oscillates between comedic and tragic, Scarlett's performance remained grounded in a powerful, universal truth: the love of a mother for her child. What makes Scarlett's performances in these 2 films so remarkable is how they contrast with her previous roles. Nicole and Rosie were not superheroes, not femme fatale, and not even the emotionally distant or strong-willed women audiences had come to expect. Instead, they were flawed, deeply human characters who required Scarlett to dig into emotional depths few could have anticipated, whether it was the quiet devastation in Marriage Story or the defiant love in Jojo Rabbit. Scarlett showed the world a side of herself that was as raw as it was refined. The dual nominations were both a recognition of her extraordinary talent and a reflection of the incredible variety of roles she had taken on throughout her career. For an actress who had first become famous for playing tough, action-oriented characters like Black Widow, being recognized for her work in intimate dramas was a pivotal moment. It showed that Scarlett was not just a bankable star in the action genre, but a deeply skilled artist capable of portraying the full spectrum of human emotion. When Scarlett first heard about the nominations, her reaction was a mix of disbelief and gratitude. The idea of being nominated for an Academy Award was something she had always dreamed of, but never imagined would come to fruition twice in the same year. "It's a surreal feeling," she admitted in interviews after the nominations were announced. "It's something that you never really expect to happen, and when it does, it's overwhelming, but in the best way possible." Reflecting on her career in the years leading up to the nominations, Scarlett expressed a deep sense of appreciation for the hard work and perseverance that had brought her to this point. She had been working in the industry for more than 20 years, often facing obstacles and challenges that would have deterred others. Early in her career, Scarlett struggled against the typecasting that many young actresses face, trying to prove that she was more than just a beautiful face. But her range and commitment to her craft eventually shone through, with each role she took on carving out a more nuanced, sophisticated career. However, these Oscar nominations weren't just a celebration of Scarlett's success. They also represented her hard-won victory over the doubts that had plagued her throughout her journey. For years, Scarlett had worked tirelessly to be recognized for her abilities as a serious actress, not just a pretty face. The nominations were a culmination of that work, a validation of her years of dedication, passion, and artistic exploration. In discussing her process for preparing for roles like those in Marriage Story and Jojo Rabbit, Scarlett was open about the emotional toll it took. She admitted that playing such emotionally charged characters required her to dig deep into her own experiences, finding moments of personal vulnerability and channeling them into her performances. She would often immerse herself in the characters' worlds, spending hours analyzing the script, developing backstories, and talking with the filmmakers about the vision for the role. Sometimes, you have to expose yourself to certain emotions and experiences that aren't always comfortable, she shared. But that's what acting is. It's about putting yourself in places that are unfamiliar and then trusting yourself to come out the other side with something meaningful. For Scarlett, the Oscar nominations weren't just about recognition. They were about embracing the transformative power of acting itself. It was a testament to her growth as an artist, her willingness to take on challenging and diverse roles, and her ability to show the world a deeper, more intimate side of herself. Scarlett's dual Oscar nominations cemented her place as one of the finest actresses of her generation, a woman capable of portraying characters that are both complex and deeply relatable, regardless of the genre. In the years since, Scarlett's performances in Marriage Story and Jojo Rabbit have become benchmarks in her career, reminders of her dedication to her craft and her ability to surprise and captivate audiences with every role she takes on. The recognition she received from the Academy was just the beginning of a new phase in her career, one that would continue to push boundaries and challenge expectations. Public image and personal reflection. Scarlett Johansson has long been one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, but with that fame comes the weight of public perception. The actress has often been labeled as a sex symbol, a title that she's both embraced and struggled with throughout her career. While many might consider such an appellation a compliment, Scarlett has had mixed feelings about the image that has been imposed upon her. From the moment she gained widespread recognition, particularly with roles in films like Lost in Translation and Match Point, Scarlett's striking beauty was impossible to ignore. Her sultry voice, captivating gaze, and undeniable physical appeal quickly earned her a place on countless most beautiful lists. Media outlets, magazines, and fans alike started to label her as a bombshell, an image that would stick to her throughout much of her career. The moniker of sex symbol followed her into roles like Iron Man 2K and the Avengers series, where her portrayal of the fierce yet alluring Black Widow further solidified this association. However, Scarlett's relationship with this image has always been complicated. Over the years, she has been vocal about her discomfort with being reduced to just her looks. In multiple interviews, she's expressed frustration at the way her beauty often overshadowed her acting talent. She has often said that she feels confined by the expectation that her worth is defined primarily by her appearance, rather than her abilities as a performer. "I was always very aware of being perceived as a sex symbol," she revealed in one interview. "It's a strange label to be given, because it comes with a lot of assumptions that don't have anything to do with who you are as a person. In an industry where women are frequently boxed into roles based on their looks, Scarlett's struggle to break free from this mold is a familiar one. Early on, she was typecast in roles that focused more on her physical appeal than her acting range. This labeling has often been an obstacle, but Scarlett has found ways to challenge and defy it. In her later roles, particularly in Marriage Story and Jojo Rabbit, Scarlett's performances were rooted in emotional depth and complexity, far removed from the superficial sex symbol image that had once dominated her career. Her ability to transcend the label of sex symbol speaks to her resilience and determination. While the label may have helped open doors early in her career, Scarlett has never been content with merely being known for her physicality. Instead, she has worked tirelessly to prove that she is an artist capable of portraying a wide range of characters with substance and depth. The idea of being seen as more than just a body or an object of desire is something I've always strived for, she once explained. The truth is, we're all multidimensional human beings, and I want to be seen for the work I do, not just the way I look. This desire to shift the narrative has required Scarlett to take on roles that defy expectations and push the boundaries of her public image. She's chosen characters that are flawed, complex, and deeply human. Characters who demand more from her than just a pretty face. In doing so, she's shown the world that she's not defined by her looks, but by her talent, intelligence, and depth as an actress. The pressure to live up to society's expectations and maintain a certain image can be overwhelming for anyone, let alone someone under the constant scrutiny of the public eye. Scarlett's journey has not been without its challenges. Being labeled a sex symbol has come with its share of criticism, especially in an industry where female actors are often objectified and reduced to their physical appearance. She has spoken openly about the toll this can take on a woman's sense of self-worth, particularly when it seems that her value is more closely tied to her looks than her abilities or accomplishments. However, Scarlett has never allowed these pressures to dictate her path. Instead of succumbing to the image others had built for her, she made the conscious decision to take control of her narrative. Over the years, she has worked hard to change the conversation around her, focusing more on the roles that challenged her as an actress and less on the attention her appearance attracted. Her performances in films like Marriage Story and Jojo Rabbit are evidence of her ability to craft complex emotional characters that resonate with audiences. These roles allowed her to showcase her versatility and range, proving that she was more than just a pretty face in a superhero suit. The media, however, continues to be obsessed with Scarlett's image. Even today, she is still often categorized as a sex symbol by various outlets, with many focusing on her physical appearance rather than her artistic contributions. Despite this, Scarlett has learned to accept and even challenge these perceptions. recognizing that she has the power to define her own legacy. At the end of the day, I don't mind being seen as a beautiful woman, but I don't want that to be the only thing people remember about me, she said. I want to be remembered for the work I've done, for the characters I've played, and for the impact I've had on the industry. In addition to the pressure of public scrutiny, Scarlett has had to navigate the difficult balance between her career and her personal life. With a career that spans over 2 decades, it would be easy for Scarlett to lose sight of her own well-being in the midst of the chaos that comes with being a public figure. Yet, she has always placed a high value on her personal life, ensuring that she takes time for herself and for her family. Her 2 children, with her ex-husband Romain Dariac and her current husband Colin Jost, are at the center of her world, and she has spoken frequently about the importance of family and grounding. Her Scarlett has also been candid about the need to carve out space for herself outside of acting. In interviews, she has shared how she uses time away from the limelight to reconnect with herself and reflect on her journey. I think it's important to have a life outside of work, she said, to keep the balance between the person I am on screen and the person I am off screen. It's what keeps me sane and focused. Her ability to maintain this balance, despite the demands of her career, speaks volumes about Scarlett's character. She has navigated the complex world of Hollywood with a sense of self-awareness that many celebrities struggle to maintain. And while the public may continue to focus on her image, Scarlett has made it clear that her true worth lies in the work she does and the person she is behind the scenes. Her journey is a reminder that even those who are placed on a pedestal must continually fight to define themselves on their own terms. Personal struggles and relationships. Behind Scarlett Johansson's public persona as one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses lies a deeply personal and often turbulent journey, particularly when it comes to her relationships and family life. Despite her undeniable success in the entertainment industry, Scarlett's personal life has been marked by significant ups and downs, particularly in her marriages and the challenges of motherhood in the public eye. Scarlett's first high-profile marriage was to actor Ryan Reynolds. The couple married in 2008, but after 3 years, they announced their separation in 2010, officially divorcing the following year. The end of their marriage came as a shock to many, as the couple had seemed deeply in love, and their relationship was often seen as one of Hollywood's more stable ones. However, Scarlett has been open about the pressures that come with being in the public eye, particularly when it comes to maintaining personal relationships. In interviews, she has shared that the demands of their careers, combined with the intense scrutiny of their private lives, contributed to the end of their marriage. It's tough when you're both in high-profile careers, and the public expects you to live up to certain ideals, Scarlett reflected. It's a challenge to find the right balance between your personal life and the pressures of fame. Despite the heartbreak, Scarlett handled the end of her first marriage with grace. She continued to focus on her career, using her experiences as fuel for her acting. It was clear that Scarlett, though deeply affected by the breakup, did not let it define her. Instead, she threw herself into her work, landing critically acclaimed roles and achieving even greater recognition in Hollywood. Her resilience became evident. She was determined not to let the end of her marriage derail her career. In 2014, Scarlett married French journalist and advertising executive Romain Dariac. Their relationship, which had begun in 2012, seemed to bring Scarlett a sense of calm and stability. The couple had a daughter, Rose, in 2014, and for a while they seemed to have found their own personal happiness. However, after 3 years of marriage, the couple announced their separation in 2017, and their divorce was finalized later that year. Like her first marriage, Scarlett's second ended quietly and privately. though it was no less painful for the actress. "I think every marriage and every relationship is a learning experience," Scarlett explained in an interview. "It's difficult to navigate, especially when you have a child involved. But ultimately, I believe in maintaining respect and kindness, even when things don't work out." Though Scarlett's relationships have often been in the spotlight, she has always remained fiercely protective of her personal life, especially when it comes to her daughter. After her divorce from Doriak, Scarlett has continued to prioritize her role as a mother, keeping her family life largely private. For her, the challenges of navigating two high-profile divorces and co-parenting her daughter have been significant personal struggles, but also areas in which she has grown. "It's important to keep your personal life as private as possible, especially when you have a child," Scarlett shared. "It's not always easy, but my priority is always my daughter. That's where my focus lies." In 2020, Scarlett's personal life took a more positive turn when she married comedian and Saturday Night Live co-head writer Colin Jost. The couple had been dating for a few years before announcing their engagement in May 2019, and they tied the knot in a private ceremony later that year. For Scarlett, this marriage seemed to bring a sense of peace and fulfillment that she had been seeking. "It's been a very joyful experience for me," Scarlett said of her relationship with Colin. "We have a strong foundation, and it's about balance. We respect each other's work, but we also make time for what matters most, our relationship and our family." Despite the challenges Scarlett has faced in her personal life, one constant has been her love for her children. Scarlett has two children, Rose with Romain Doriak, and a son born in 2021 with Colin Jost. For Scarlett, motherhood is a deeply important part of her identity, and she has spoken extensively about the unique challenges of raising children while being in the public eye. "Being a mother is incredibly rewarding, but it's also tough," she admitted. "You have to juggle a lot of different things, and when you're in the spotlight, it can make it even harder to find that balance." The challenges of raising a family while maintaining a successful career have not been lost on Scarlett. She has had to work hard to create boundaries between her personal and professional life, often taking time away from acting to focus on her children. "I've had to learn how to be present for my kids," she said. "It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of work, but I always remind myself that my kids need me just as much as my career does. It's about finding a way to prioritize both." The pressure of balancing a career with motherhood is something many working mothers can relate to. But for Scarlett, it has been especially challenging given her public persona. She is often asked about how she manages to handle everything, her career, her relationships, and her family life, with such poise. But for Scarlett, the secret lies in her ability to compartmentalize and to set boundaries. She knows that at the end of the day, her family is her greatest source of joy, and no amount of professional success will ever replace the love she has for her children. Reflecting on her journey, Scarlett has spoken about how her personal struggles and relationships have influenced her as an actress. "I've had my fair share of personal heartbreak, but I've also learned so much from those experiences. I think that's what makes you a better actor. It's not just about performing, it's about living, learning, and bringing that authenticity into your work." Scarlett's willingness to be vulnerable and open about her struggles has not only shaped her as a person, but has also enriched her performances, allowing her to connect with audiences on a deeper, more personal level. Through the ups and downs of her personal life, Scarlett Johansson has shown remarkable resilience, turning her experiences into powerful lessons in strength, love, and self-discovery. Despite the challenges of navigating two divorces, being a mother in the public eye, and managing the pressures of fame, Scarlett has remained steadfast in her dedication to her family and her craft, proving time and again that she is much more than just the sum of her relationships. She is a woman who has built her own legacy, upcoming projects, and future endeavors. As Scarlett Johansson's illustrious career continues to evolve, she remains a dominant force in Hollywood, taking on new and exciting challenges that not only push her artistic boundaries, but also cement her legacy as one of the most influential figures in the entertainment industry. With a career built on both iconic performances and artistic integrity, Scarlett is now focusing on expanding her horizons in ways that will shape the future of her career, as well as the industry itself. One of Scarlett's most anticipated projects is Asteroid City 2023, directed by the uniquely visionary Wes Anderson. Known for his highly stylized films, Anderson's work has always attracted top-tier talent, and Scarlett Johansson is no exception. In Asteroid City, Scarlett joins an ensemble cast that includes big names like Tom Hanks, Margot Robbie, and Tilda Swinton, creating a dynamic and multifaceted narrative. The film, set in a fictional American desert town during the 1950s, promises to showcase Scarlett's ability to thrive in ensemble-driven stories while navigating Anderson's eccentric, visually stunning world. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see Scarlett in yet another role that challenges her versatility as an actress, blending Anderson's signature quirkiness with her own depth and emotional nuance. The film's plot is kept relatively under wraps, but Scarlett's involvement in Asteroid City is a testament to her continuing commitment to working with visionary directors who push the boundaries of cinema. This film represents a shift toward more experimental and whimsical roles that allows Scarlett to explore new facets of her talent while continuing to collaborate with the industry's most creative minds. As Scarlett continues to diversify her portfolio, Asteroid City is poised to further showcase her range, cementing her status as an actress who can tackle virtually any genre with ease. Beyond Asteroid City, Scarlett is also making waves with her upcoming project, Fly Me to the Moon 2024, which marks a new chapter in her career as a producer. In addition to starring in the film, Scarlett will be stepping behind the camera to produce the romantic comedy, which is set against the backdrop of the space race. The film will follow two strangers who meet and fall in love during the intense, competitive period of space exploration. With Scarlett's keen sense of both drama and humor, Fly Me to the Moon promises to be a heartfelt and engaging story that explores love, ambition, and the human spirit during a time of great historical significance. For Scarlett, stepping into a producer role is not just an opportunity to further expand her creative control. It's a chance to influence the types of stories being told in Hollywood. The transition into producing allows Scarlett to support projects that align with her own artistic values, while also helping bring diverse, innovative stories to the screen. Her involvement in both acting and producing demonstrates her growing influence within the industry, as well as her desire to leave a lasting mark on the cinematic landscape. In addition to her work as an actress and producer, Scarlett is also dedicated to expanding her influence in the entertainment world through various other ventures. Her career is rapidly evolving from one focused solely on acting to a more multifaceted role as a producer, collaborator, and mentor within the industry. Scarlett has already taken on producing roles in other upcoming projects, with her production and accompany these pictures, offering a platform for diverse voices and stories. She is eager to continue developing projects that push creative boundaries, highlight underrepresented voices, and expand the range of narratives represented on screen. Her increasing role as a producer signifies Scarlett's long-term vision for her career and her desire to shape the future of entertainment. By taking on more behind-the-scenes responsibilities, she's positioning herself as not just an actress, but a powerful force in Hollywood who can help guide and mentor emerging filmmakers and actors. Her ambition to diversify her work speaks to her deep understanding of the industry and her drive to leave a legacy that extends beyond the roles she plays on screen. Scarlett's influence in the entertainment industry is undeniable. She is already considered one of the highest-grossing actresses of all time, and with each new project, she only solidifies her position as a leading figure in both Hollywood and the global entertainment landscape. Her work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, her Oscar nominations, and her recent successes in more dramatic and independent films have cemented her as an artist who can do it all, from blockbuster franchises to intimate character-driven stories. As Scarlett continues to grow both as an artist and a producer, her plans for the future remain ambitious and inspiring. She's not just looking to add to her already impressive acting resume, she's focused on making meaningful contributions to the industry as a whole. This includes nurturing new talent, supporting diverse voices, and championing projects that challenge the status quo of Hollywood storytelling. In an industry that is often dominated by established narratives and formulas, Scarlett's commitment to pushing boundaries and creating inclusive, innovative work is something that will have a profound impact on the future of cinema. Her upcoming projects, including Asteroid City and Fly Me to the Moon, represent just the beginning of what promises to be a transformative period in Scarlett's career. Her continued evolution as an actress, producer, and creative force suggests that the best is yet to come. Scarlett Johansson is not just a Hollywood star, she's becoming a defining figure in the future of the entertainment industry, an individual whose influence will shape cinema for generations to come. With her expanding role as a producer and her commitment to shaping the industry from behind the scenes, Scarlett is poised to make an even greater impact. Her work will continue to inspire both fans and future filmmakers alike, and her legacy will be marked not only by the iconic roles she has played, but by the transformative contributions she will make to the world of cinema. The future is incredibly bright for Scarlett Johansson, and it is clear that she is just getting started. Lessons and inspirational messages. Scarlett Johansson's journey to stardom is not just a tale of beauty and fame, it's a story of perseverance, passion, and an unwavering determination to succeed in an industry known for its harshness and unpredictability. From her early days as a child actress to becoming one of the highest-grossing stars in Hollywood, Scarlett's path to success offers valuable lessons for anyone striving to achieve greatness in their own lives. One of the most important lessons from Scarlett's career is the power of perseverance. Throughout her career, she has faced countless challenges: rejection, typecasting, and the pressures of maintaining her public image. Yet each time Scarlett faced adversity, she bounced back stronger, driven by her desire to prove herself as more than just a pretty face. Her ability to stay focused on her craft, to keep pushing forward in the face of setbacks, is a testament to the importance of resilience. Whether it was the struggle to transition from a child actor to an adult star, or her fight against being pigeonholed into one-dimensional roles, Scarlett never allowed obstacles to define her. Instead, she used them as fuel to grow and improve. Another key to Scarlett's success has been her passion for acting. She has spoken many times about her deep love for her craft, which goes beyond simply being a career. It's a calling. This passion has driven her to constantly seek out roles that challenge her, that allow her to push boundaries, and that show her versatility as an actress. From playing a superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to tackling complex emotional roles in films like Marriage Story, Scarlett has never been content with repeating the same performance. Her commitment to continually evolving as an actress is a powerful reminder of the importance of pursuing your passion with all your heart. Perhaps the most inspirational aspect of Scarlett's story is her ability to soon overcome personal hardships. Like many public figures, Scarlett's personal life has been a subject of scrutiny. She has been through difficult divorces, public breakups, and the challenges of raising children while maintaining a successful career. Despite the pressures of being in the public eye, she has managed to stay grounded and focused on her goals. Through it all, she has demonstrated that success is not just about what happens on screen. It's about resilience, self-belief, and the ability to rise above personal setbacks. Scarlett's journey also underscores the importance of staying true to yourself and not letting the external pressures of fame and expectation dictate who you are or what you can achieve. She has been a consistent advocate for challenging stereotypes, especially when it comes to the way women are perceived in the entertainment industry. While she has often been labeled as a sex symbol, Scarlett has used this label not as a limitation, but as a platform to defy expectations and prove her range. Her decision to take on roles that allowed her to express vulnerability, strength, and complexity showed the world that she was more than just her looks. Scarlett Johansson is more than just a famous actress. She's a symbol of dedication, resilience, and the power of never giving up on your dreams. Her career has been a series of deliberate choices to take on challenging roles, break free from stereotypes, and grow as an artist. She's shown that true success comes from the ability to overcome hardships, embrace your passion, and push forward even when the path is difficult. In the end, Scarlett Johansson has proven that behind the beauty and fame, there is a person who is strong, determined, and constantly moving forward. Her story serves as an inspiration to all, reminding us that success is not defined by appearances or accolades alone, but by the perseverance, passion, and resilience that drive us to be our best selves. Scarlett has built a legacy that will inspire generations to come, one of hard work, authenticity, and the courage to keep reaching for the stars.